Hello, sixth graders. This is your English teacher, Mrs. Abriani, here to explain the instructions for your English 6A Unit 3 discussion called How Does a Person Change Over Time? Before we begin talking about the discussion prompt, I want to make sure that you get in the habit of drafting your discussion in a Google Doc. So, you go into your Drive, which hopefully you're using weekly. You go to New over here, it'll say New. And you go to Google Doc, and you go to Blank Document. That'll open a blank document. You will type in the title of the discussion, English 6A Unit 3 discussion. That's simple enough. And then you'll copy and paste the discussion topic into the body of this document. So when you copy and paste something from the discussion, you highlight all the words, push Control-C, and then you'll go to your Google document and push Control-V, and that'll paste the whole thing that you highlighted into your Google document. And then underneath is where you're going to start writing your answer to the questions. And here are the questions. So it starts off by saying, in this unit, you've looked at different types of characters in fiction and in drama. Characters are essential to the story because they help move the story forward. Some characters undergo significant changes over the course of the story. Often the reader may find that a character is easy to relate to, or the reader may find that a character has qualities that he or she wishes to have. So your job in the first question here, there's actually three parts to this first question, is to first choose a character that you enjoyed from a story or a drama, that means a play or a TV show. Which character did you choose? And so a good way for you to answer that in your own words is to use part of the question wording itself. So here, this question again says, choose a character that you enjoyed from a story. So you should write, a character I enjoyed was Snow White from the Disney movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Okay? That's what you fill in the blank, the character you chose. But you see how we use the same words from the question in our answer? That's a good way to create complete sentences for each question that you're answering, okay? Moving along, the next question asks you, why do you like this character? And so again, you see I use the words from the question. I liked this character because, and you finish that sentence. So these are the sentences you're writing in response to the questions in the discussion topic. So I liked, in this case, Snow White, because she was kind to all things living, big or small. She did not discriminate. Okay, next part of the question is, can you relate to the character? Explain why. So you would say something like, I can relate to this character because blah, 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 blah. That's where you explain why. Okay, so for example, if we stick with Snow White, I would write, I can relate to this character, Snow White, because I love all animals, insects, plants, and humans. I never kill a spider in my house. I always catch it and release it. And I have always adopted my pets from shelters. And I have a garden in the backyard. I never kill the bugs on my plants. I always relocate them. Okay? So I answered each one of these questions with sentences that were using the same words as each question, so that it's real clear that you're addressing every question in the discussion topic. The next question asks you, are there any qualities of the character that you wish you had? If so, explain why you'd like to have those qualities. So here's a little helpful graphic about what character qualities could be. Helpful is one of them, where you lend a hand and you do what's needed. Friendly could be another quality. Maybe the character says hello and smiles. They make friends easily. Maybe the character is kind. You show that you care. Maybe the character is honest, generous, polite, and there's little descriptions. There's other qualities your character could be, not listed here. These are just to get you thinking about it. So again, use some of the wording from the question to write your response, which will look something like this. This character, Snow White, will say, is friendly. I wish I was more friendly because I can see how having lots of friends makes life easier. You can always find a ride where you need to get to. You can always have a friend to go to the movies with. You can always, share new games with someone. You'll never be bored if you have lots of friends. And the last question asks you, what did you learn from the character? Is there a life lesson that you can get from their example? So a life lesson is like a moral. Here are some morals to choose from. Again, another graphic here. A moral could be tell the truth. Maybe that's what you learned from your character, the value of telling the truth. Maybe it's a cautionary tale that cautions you to not believe everything that you hear, every story or tale that you hear. Maybe the moral or the life lesson is if you work together, you'll get more done. Okay, and here's some other morals here. Check them out. And you will ultimately write a response like this. This character taught me to be generous because being generous will help you receive generosity in return. I don't know. It will help you always find what you need when you need it. If you're nice to someone, they'll be nice to you. If you make someone dinner one night because they had a busy day or they hurt themselves and couldn't get up, then when you need it, they're going to make you dinner, right? Stuff like that. That's what you would write as your response. Okay, so really think about your character, why you like them, what you can learn from them, and if there's any way in which you want to be like them and why. And that's it. After you've recorded all these responses on your Google Doc, you'll copy and paste them into the discussion. Okay, so in the discussion in your Plato class, your English class in Plato, you'll hit this button. See, here's where we got the topic originally. You copied and pasted it in your Google Doc. This is how you post your discussion. You hit this blue button, a text box will open, and then you copy and paste your responses from the Google Doc into the text box here. You click submit, and then that's it. Give teachers a few days to grade those. If you have any questions at all, the beauty of a Google Doc is that a teacher can pop in there if you saved it in your folder and look at it and help you revise or edit your sentences if they need it before you post it to the discussion in your class in Plato, okay? Plus, the Google Doc will save as you write. You can't lose a Google Doc. It's wonderful. So, I hope this has helped. Please don't ever hesitate to contact me, Miss Sabriani, or your teacher of record to help you work out the technical side of it or to revise the ideas that you wrote down. Have fun.